Did Shohei Ohtani rob Yordan Alvarez of a starting spot on the 2022 All-Star team? Let's talk about it. What is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another MLB video, and today we're going to be going over the starters that were announced for the All-Star game coming up here in a week or so. I will actually be at the 2022 All-Star game, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications. I'm going to have a lot of content coming to you guys All-Star Week. I can't wait. I'll be vlogging the All-Star Game, the Home Run Derby, the Futures Game, you name it. It's going to be a fantastic week, and I'm excited to go over the players that I'm going to be seeing at the All-Star Game right here. So don't forget to hit that like button down below, help it reach more baseball fans, and sign up for Thrive Fantasy. It's a great sports betting app. You can see it at the link in my description. They'll give you some free money to bet with if you use promo code NMR when you sign up. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Start talking about the 2022 All-Star starters. Now, starting off with the catcher position, we got Willson Contreras and Alejandro Kirk. Now, I have absolutely no problem with either of these guys. Both of them were absolutely phenomenal this season so far. Alejandro Kirk, I've been very impressed with. You can see him here, batting .312 with a .399 on base, .491 slugging percentage. Dude has been fantastic this season, and he and Willson Contreras both leading their respective leads in wins above replacement. So overall, these were slam dunks. Absolutely nothing wrong with this. Now let's take a look at the first base position. We got Paul Goldschmidt and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now, Paul Goldschmidt, absolute slam dunk, should have been the starter. He is the best first baseman in the National League. However, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I would disagree with. I don't think he's even been the second best first baseman in the American League. Let's take a look at their stats offensively here. You can see Paul Goldschmidt leads all first basemen in wins above replacement, 4.4. Not a great stat, especially for first baseman. But as you can see, Luis Urias actually has the second highest, or the highest WAR in the American League, followed closely by Jose Abreu. Ty France is above, and then Vladimir Guerrero all the way down here. He's actually 11th in wins above replacement this season. WRC plus is a stat I like to use. It's a very easy one to understand. Luis Urias and Ty France are both above Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in that category. Pretty much every single stat category Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is nowhere near the top of when it comes to American League first baseman. So I think Ty France and Luis Urias should have easily been the 1A and 1B for starting first baseman. But Canada showed up, man. They got their votes in. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to be starting the game at first base. He'll be fun to watch. I'm very excited to watch him, but he should not have been the starter, in my opinion. Next up, we got second base, and we got Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Jose Altuve. Now, Jazz Chisholm Jr., let's take a look. He has been pretty injured this year. He's currently on the injured list. He should be coming back pretty soon, though, hopefully. Tommy Edman did get a little robbed. 3.4 wins above replacement for him. WRC plus not very high at 106, but that's because mainly he doesn't hit for power. WRC plus heavily favors power hitter. Let's take a look. Where does Jazz Chisholm align? You can see when it comes to WRC plus, he has 140. He's fourth in all of baseball, and that would make him first in the National League when it comes to WRC plus. 254, 325 on the season with a 535 slugging percentage. So he's slugging a lot higher than the other contender, who would have been Tommy Edman. And as you can see, Tommy Edman down here at 106 WRC plus. Not really much of a surprise to me that Jazz Chisholm won it over him. I will point out Jazz Chisholm has missed a couple of games. He only played in 60 games this season versus Tommy Edman, who's played in 83 games this season. So a little bit of a disparity in games played there, but overall, I think Jazz Chisholm was the right pick. I think he's been the better second baseman. Now, when it comes to Jose Altuve, I will be honest, I did really want Andres Gimenez to make this team, but Jose Altuve, I think, has been the better one. He has the higher WRC plus right now. I will say Andres Gimenez having a great season, though. I 100% expect to see him on the All-Star team, but I don't know, man. Isaac Paredes as well. Isaac Paredes, sorry. I think he will be there as well. Shout out to Eddie Lowe for just subscribing. Thank you, Eddie. But, yeah, I think Jose Altuve was the right pick. Andres Gimenez, I hope he gets to the All-Star game. Same thing with Isaac Paredes. I hope all three of them make it. I would have liked to see Andres Gimenez get the start, though. Next up, we got third base, the hot corner, Manny Machado, slam dunk. I don't even need to look at the numbers, man. Manny Machado is by far the best third baseman in all of baseball right now. He's just that dude. Manny Machado is that dude. He's carrying the Padres on his back right now. And then Rafael Devers as well. I'll be honest, when I first voted for the All-Star game, I wanted J-Ram, and I thought it wasn't even close. J-Ram deserved it. Rafael Devers has been on an absolute tear. He is a mind-blowingly good hitter. And his defense isn't great, but still, just a phenomenal third baseman. Let's take a look at what the stats say about it. Yeah, you got pretty much 1A and 1B there. Nolan Arenado pretty close to Manny Machado, and Jose Ramirez pretty close there as well. You can see Rafael Devers leads in WRC Plus at 173, 4.4 wins above replacement. He is just good at everything. Rafael Devers is a phenomenal third baseman, so I'm not too mad about it now. When I first voted, I wanted J-Ram, but Rafael Devers definitely deserves it. Next up, we've got the shortstop position. National League, Trey Turner, and American League, Tim Anderson. Let's take a look at what the numbers say. Shortstop was a little bit of a controversial position. We had Bo Bichette in the running. That was pretty controversial in my opinion. I wouldn't have personally had that there. But let's take a look. We got Dansby Swanson actually has the lead in wins above replacement. Let's take a look at WRC Plus. We got Xander Bogaerts leading both leagues in WRC Plus. I think he definitely could have been the starter there. Trey Turner is a close second, so I do think Trey Turner or Dansby Swanson would have been a great decision. When I made my original video talking about the All-Star voting, Dansby Swanson was not having a great season, but Dansby Swanson, one of the hottest players in baseball right now. I think he will make the All-Star team. But Trey Turner, I do personally agree with starting the game. He has the more stolen bases than him. They're hitting about the same offensively. Slightly higher slugging for Dansby Swanson, but slightly higher on base. They're 1A and 1B, like I said. Then when it comes to the American League, Tim Anderson's been great. I will say Xander Bogaerts has been better, but he wasn't even a finalist, so you couldn't really vote him in. So Xander Bogaerts will definitely make the team. I don't even know if Bo Bichette does make the team. I know he was almost voted in, but look at where he's at. He's like the 15th best shortstop in baseball right now. I don't think he deserves to make the team, so we'll have to see if they put him in there because of the fan vote. Next up at designated hitter, we got Bryce Harper and Shohei Ohtani. Now, this one is a super controversial one. Bryce Harper obviously is injured, so I believe William Contreras is going to take over for him. But Shohei Ohtani versus Yordan Alvarez. You probably clicked on this video to see this conversation. It's a tough one, man. You know, I try to stay impartial on this channel. I'm obviously an Angels fan. I'm a big Shohei Ohtani fan as well. You can see I got my Shohei bobblehead right here. Shohei for MVP. When it comes to the designated hitter, I mean, Yordan Alvarez is the best hitter in baseball, and it's not close. It's not even remotely close. He is so far and away the best designated hitter in baseball, man. He's just a world-class hitter. The best hitter in baseball, better than Juan Soto, better than Mike Trout, better than Aaron Judge. He's phenomenal, man. As far as just DH production goes, if we're voting based on not who we want to see, but who is the best player, there's no doubt in my mind Yordan Alvarez deserved it over Shohei Ohtani. However, this is what happens when you have the fan vote. I made a whole video ranting about how stupid the fan vote is, and now look at it go. It's going in my favor as an Angels fan. I get to see Shohei Ohtani start, and I wouldn't even be surprised if they gave Shohei the starting pitching nod on the All-Star game as well. So you can see Yordan Alvarez clearly going to be at the All-Star game, but he absolutely got robbed. It's not even close. He has 70 points higher in WRC+. His slugging percentage is over 150 points higher than his. His on-base percentage is 50 points higher than Shohei's. His batting average is 50-plus points higher than Ohtani's. His strikeout percentage is like significantly lower than his. His walk percentage is higher than his. Everything, Yordan does everything better offensively than Ohtani. So if it's strictly on offense and DH production, Yordan Alvarez absolutely got robbed. I'm sorry, Astros fans. I know there's a lot of you. I know it hurts. But Shohei Ohtani, man, he's just so popular. That's why you shouldn't let the fans vote. It should just be determined by statistics and who is the better player. Just, I don't know. I don't know, man. This is the kind of stuff that happens when you let the fans vote. This is why we almost had Bo Bichette starting the All-Star game. Don't let the fans vote. Don't let Canadians vote either. I'm looking at you, Canadians. So that is the DH spot. Let's go to the outfield here. We got the National League outfielders, Ronald Acuna Jr., Jock Peterson, and Mookie Betts. If you guys are counting at home, that means my original predictions, my original All-Star ballot was 100% flawless in the National League side. Give myself a pat on the back. Every single player I voted for the National League made the team. Made the starting, so that is very exciting. All three of these guys absolutely deserved it. I will say Jock Peterson has fallen off a little bit as of late. When I'm doing these, I gotta do them by their specific leagues, or else it's gonna be really hard to see their stats. So as you can see, Mookie Betts leads in wins above replacement right now. I don't even know. Jock Peterson is not high in the wins above replacement department. Let's see, WRC plus favors him a little bit more. Yeah, you got Jock Peterson with a 143 WRC plus. And then we do got to go a little bit of ways to find Ronald Acuna Jr. Oh, yeah, that's right. He is not... Oh, right here. 122 WRC plus. Now, he's kind of getting it mainly because of his name, but he does have the most stolen bases among their outfielders with 17. He does have a 122 WRC plus, slugging 426, and he's just one of the most electric players in all of baseball. So I have no problem with Acuna getting voted. I will say there are definitely some players out there who deserved it over him. Kyle Schwarber being one of them, Jeff McNeil being one of them, Brendan Donovan, very under-the-radar all-star candidate. Juan Soto would be very good. There's definitely some guys who could have made it over Ronald Acuna Jr., but Mookie Betts and Jock Peterson, without a doubt, I think are really good for the starting. And then last but not least, we have the American League starting outfielders, Aaron Judge, Michael Nelson Trout, and Giancarlo Stanton. We got a New York Yankees with Angels filling sandwich right there. Just a this is really good. I'll be honest. It's good. It's good. It's not great. I don't think it's the perfect outfield for the American League. But Judge and Trout was no question. The third outfielders where I get kind of a little issue with it. You got technically they're counting Yordan Alvarez as an outfielder. Don't necessarily count that, but we got Judge leading in WRC plus with 175, Trout at 168, and look at that, Taylor Ward, with a 166. Taylor Ward is the third best outfielder. He should be on the All-Star team. I think without a doubt he's going to make the All-Star team. I just really wish he would have been the third starter in the outfield. Slugging 537 right now, 395 on base, 303 batting average. There's no doubt in my mind he is better than Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton hits the ball harder. That's pretty much the only thing he's got on Taylor Ward right now. He strikes out, or he walks at about the same clip as Taylor Ward does. Actually, no, Taylor Ward walks more than Giancarlo Stanton. He strikes out a little bit more than Giancarlo Stanton. Or sorry, actually he strikes out less than Giancarlo Stanton. What am I talking about? 26 versus 23%. So basically, Taylor Ward does everything better than Giancarlo Stanton. Outside of the home run department, 21 versus 12. But everything else, Taylor Ward is a better outfielder than Giancarlo Stanton. I think without a doubt he should have got the starting nod. I think he's still going to make the All-Star team. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But I will say, he did get robbed in this situation. He wasn't even the final vote candidate. So luckily, the Canadians did not screw us over that much. There was a chance that Lourdes Gurriel Jr. could have been the starting outfielder. There was a chance George Springer could have been the starting outfielder. It was a scary situation, but luckily Giancarlo Stanton was the lesser of three evils. He got the nod. And overall, not too bad of picks. I'm really excited to see the reserves of the All-Star game. So now that we've gone over all the picks, let me know in the comments section, what do you guys think? Did anybody get super robbed of a starting spot outside of Yordan Alvarez? I think Ty France probably got robbed of a starting spot as well. But outside of that, there weren't too many really big discrepancies of players that I think should have been starting versus players that are starting. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like I said, don't forget to leave a like on the video, help this reach more baseball fans, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily MLB content. Our goal is 5,000 by the end of the baseball season. So I appreciate you guys, appreciate all the support. See you guys in the next one. Hope you have a great rest of your day.